Hey y'all, it is me, Stop, Drop, and Roll On, and I am in my car, outside of this little produce stand. You know it's cold when usually it's wide open, but today they got the little doors thing down because it's cold here and it's raining. And I need to have my behind at home putting up this Christmas tree, and I'm out here in these streets. I met one of my friends this morning. We had breakfast and ran our miles and all that stuff, and I ain't been back home yet. Um, it's like I said, I'm looking puffy about the head mainly because it's raining outside. Okay. Um, it's a lot of stuff I want to talk to y'all about. Number one, let me start with this fingernail polish. I was in the grocery store the other day, and I was just walking by, and this bottle of fingernail polish, I never let my fingernails get this long. It's because of training. We didn't wear long nails and fingernail polish and all that stuff, so that was something you did on the weekends, or you just didn't do it all. But anywho, or when you was off. I ain't gonna say the weekends. I'm just gonna say when you wasn't doing what you do. But anyway, so now when I'm typing or doing any type of input or anything, my fingernails sound like little horse hooves. So I'm gonna have to cut these things off today. They'll grow. They have been growing. This means my vitamins have really kicked in full force, because as fast as I'm growing them, they kind of growing out like how Nebuchadnezzar. The other day I was looking at my hand and I said, I can see now, how you read that Bible verse and Nebuchadnezzar had been acting a monkey, and then all of a sudden he lost his mind, and because he was out of control, and he lost his mind, and the word says he was out in the yard. This is me paraphrasing, okay? Out in the yard, and his fingernails had grown long like talons and stuff, and he's out there rooting around like a wild donkey. Well, that's not what the Bible said, like a wild donkey. That's me adding for emphasis. So I'm not adding to it, taking away. I'm just saying, in my mind, when I read that, I see something wild. Never mind. Anyway, and I think it was something about feathers too, if I'm not mistaken. But we're not talking about feathers. I'm not growing them. But these things here reminded me, when I looked at them, I said, well, I can see now. I used to, when I read that, could understand how somebody could. But I could see how Nebuchadnezzar, how Nebi, grew his how them toenails or fingernails or whatever they was grew out, and he was out there rooting and all that kind of stuff like a chicken in the yard. Anywho, away from that. This is a potpourri video. Intention, I think I'm on number 15. And see these little older people, they out here in this rain. Everybody that's coming through here today is on these quad canes. I don't know what's going on, but in the name of Jesus, I don't want to be on a quad cane when I get older, which means that all my little balance and everything is going to be fine, and the way that God intended for it to be from the beginning of time. Well, that means perfect, fearfully and wonderfully made, all in one piece, not on no quad cane, not on no walker. Because one just pulled up, reason why I'm saying it, came up in here, and they got these little yellow bumps out here in front of the place. And this little thing gonna keep on. When you hit resistance, that means stop driving. You either done came up on one of these yellow bumps, or you done ran over somebody. Either way it go, it calls for you to stop driving. And he gonna keep on going. And I guess it dawned on him that when the front of the car started going up, we don't need you to be in here becoming the one with the pumpkins and these oranges and these fresh tomatoes. We need you to stay right behind that yellow barricade. But the little thing was still going, and then he came to himself. But then when he got out the car, quad cane. Something about them quad canes today. I know they help people with their balance, but today it's something else. Anyway, after I got through with my friend, I went shopping. Part of the reason I went shopping is because I wanted to. The other part of the reason why I went shopping is because I wanted to. And I got out, and this one store I go to, you never really know what you're going to get. It's kind of like going thrifting. When I went home and saw my mom, that's where I have been. I just kind of went, I unplugged. I wasn't really concerned about checking in with anybody. I was so glad to be with my mother, spend time with Scranton. I started to do some videos, and then I started to do a video with her, and then I just decided I just got greedy. I just wanted to have some time with my mom by myself. And that is what happened. That was the first time I had been home or seen my mom since February, and it is, November at that point. So we had a nice Thanksgiving. I enjoyed myself. I didn't realize how tired I was. Not physically tired, just from a mental and work standpoint. I didn't realize how much I needed to unplug and decompress. And I am grateful to God to have been able to do it. And so I'm back with intention number, I think this is number 15. Um, Intention number 15 is I'm going to get a grip. And when I say get a grip, I mean literally a grip. I noticed about 5 months ago that I was dropping things. And I didn't know what was going on at that point. And then it dawned on me, I kind of started paying attention to what was going on. And my B complex, specifically B12, was off. It was off. And when you start messing with that is more than a trifecta, but I will say for sure B12, B6, specifically B12. You start getting over into if you get into too far of a deficit, you will start having some neurological symptoms. And that's exactly what was going on with me. But the other part about that is prior to that, I had started noticing that I was having to ask Pierre a little bit more often to, like, can you open this for me? And it would be things that I clearly should have been able to open on my own, like jars and stuff like that. And I was having to pull out, I had this little can grip, or jar grip, I should say, in the shape of garlic, and I was having to get Mr. Garlic out. Well, if I say Mr. Garlic, Pierre know what I'm talking about, and he'll hand it to me. But I was just like, I'm having to get this thing out more often than I should. What's up with this? So I started paying attention, and I started reading and finding out, after a certain age, we start using losing some of our tensile, or I should say grip. See, here go another one coming up. Trying to go over the yellow bump. I'm going to have to move from up in here because I don't want to be a witness to no foolishness and have to be testifying. But these little ones need to stay. Anyway, I'm back. We start losing our grip strength. And the only way that you can do that is you have to regain it is you have some muscles, these tendons, and then you got your big muscles here, your thenar muscle and all of that stuff, muscles and tendons in your hands. And these are just like anything else. You have to work them. You have to do things to strengthen them. And so I noticed this thing that they had that I have to show it to y'all, where you can put your hands on this and you can squeeze down. And what it'll do is there's a resistance there, and it makes you push it down to a certain, you can kind of monitor and measure how consistent you are with being able to push down the springs in it. And so I really have to show y'all the apparatus. But that has been helping me a lot with my grip strength. Just gaining that strength back in my hands. I'm not interested in having weak hands. And so with the B6, B12 issue fixed, that dropping stuff and just kind of being like a little bit kind of clumsy from a neuro standpoint, that has been taken care of. Now the issue is just continuing to work my hands so that I can improve my grip strength. So after I've given y'all intention number 15, and I still am going to just keep on going. I'm pretty sure I need to catch up on my intentions, but I think this is number 15. Then I decided I was going to go in this store. So I had a store when I was growing up. For some reason I just thought I was a preppy person. I was Miss Izod. I wore a certain type of jean when it was cold outside or raining outside. I wore fur-lined duck shoes, loafers, penny loafers to be specific, all of that stuff. I'm just telling y'all about me. I used to carry Coach bags, the little slim satchel. I had the slim satchel, and that was one of the original ones. The purse wasn't probably about this long, and it was real skinny, and it had the kind of U-shaped handle on it. I don't know where that purse is. And then when I got a little few years old, that was one of the first things I bought when I started truly working, you know, like making a little something. I know my mother looked me upside my head, because you gonna go out here and buy, you know how parents know the value of $1. At that point, I was just doing what I do. And then you graduate up and you go over to the medium satchel and all that. Them is old bags. And I think mom still got my medium satchel, because she just, don't you? Anyway, I'm not getting all off into that. But I have always loved a good duck shoe. And I wore my duck shoes out. My duck shoes were navy blue with green piping on them. And I wore them things. So I've been seeing a little boot with the fur on it, but the duck part on the bottom. But I haven't been biting because them things cost too much. Okay, so today in my little store that I never know what I'm going to get, kind of like Forrest Gump moments up and down every aisle, I find, and then it was 40% off $30, okay? Regularly $120. So these are my new duck shoes. And the ones that I used to wear, like I said, were navy blue, and this was Kelly green, what they used to call and might still call Kelly green, and they had more of a bubble on the toe. But I have been looking at these, and they got the fur around the top of them, and all of that kind of stuff. And so that's a bargain. I ain't gonna be upset about the fact that, yeah, now I don't need it to snow. I am a corduroy pants loving sister. And I found some, this is kind of like charcoal gray corduroy pants. These were $6, priced at $9, but I got them for $6. And I have always loved corduroy pants. The bigger the wale on them, I really prefer. These are pin wales, which means that the wale on them is real thin. But I like a big welt. And I used to wear corduroy pants till I set my legs on fire one day. And when I say on fire, and somebody that got some chub on them, they'll understand. If you wear corduroys, you know. I had these pants, and when them legs rub together, when they rubbing together, they just not, even though you got clothes on, you wearing them fibers out in between in that area. And one day I wore them pants. They was thread thin, and I knew it, but I was determined I was going to wear them pants. Y'all, by the time I made it to school, my inner thighs were like somebody had pulled out a Scripto lighter and went just like this. 3, 2, 1, boop, ignition. My tail was on fire. Not my tail, but my inner thighs. Because the thread was gone. And I done sat up here and my thighs is just rubbing up against these strings. And woo-wee, you talking about having to get some salve and a healing balm and everything else. I was calling on the name of the Lord. I've been a believer for a while. I wasn't playing. My legs hurt. And I mean, woo, Lord, them pants got retired that day, but I had to make the whole school day with my legs on fire, and I was walking like Gumby. Anyway, I got me some new corduroy pants, and I will be wearing them. Now, Eddie Bauer, y'all know, where's my keys? Well, they in here. I know one thing, and I ain't got to have them to start the car no way. Anyway, I found an Eddie Bauer dress. This is the dress right here. It's a mock turtleneck dress with a princess bodice, princess line bodice, which means there's a little area right here up underneath the boobage area, and then it's the A-line, kind of flares out, but it's long. This thing is cute, and it's emerald green, and the price on this is $12, but I paid $6 for this. It was 50% off. And it's just a simple dress, but this thing, I tried it on. It's a size down. Since October, I have lost a total of almost 18 pounds. I'm just giving y'all an update. I told y'all I'd be talking about everything. And I'm just doing what I do, and everything's fine. But just so you know, I'm not kidding. There's the name in it. I used to get Eddie Bauer catalogs. I really don't get them that much. I get Lands' End stuff, but I don't always bite on Lands' End. It just depends on what's going on. These people probably think I'm camping out. I came over here to get some chow chow because we having beans and cornbread for dinner, because that's how we roll sometimes. And I also got these boots like I'm going mountain climbing or something. These were 50% of this, $22. And I like these because they have this little thing like they laced up, but really they have a zipper on the inside. So I got those. I don't buy nothing unless it's on sale. I don't believe in paying for a price for stuff because it's already overpriced to begin with. I found this sweater. I don't know what brand this is. Karen Scott. This is it's just a little soft pink sweater. And let me see how much this thing normally was. Did they cut the price? Here's the regular price that it was. $44.50. And I paid half of this for it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just a soft pink sweater. I don't have anything. That look like a little baby sweater. Now this right here, this is my find for the day. I remember probably a couple of years ago, I was in the store looking at some stuff. I always go over in the Ralph Lauren section. I think that Ralph Lauren makes some timeless, classic clothes. And I try to buy stuff that I like. Most of the stuff that I buy is what I like. It's not necessarily on trend. Because that's not the way I do stuff. I wear what I like when I want to. You don't come through here telling me what's in style and all that stuff, because I'm not trying to hear you. Whatever I got on is in style. That's the way I feel about it. Anyway, I remember looking at this shirt. And I like this shirt, but I'm telling you, I'm not paying, here's the price, $108 for no shirt. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And I know it didn't cost them $108 to make the shirt. You just passing on something to me. What is this? 100 what? 100%. What is this? Vishwa? I think that's how you say that. Anyway, I like this shirt because I liked the color of it. This is how much I paid for this shirt. It was the only thing that was higher priced than that usual, but this is the reason why it cost that much. There's the label on it, Lauren. I ain't buying it because it's a brand name. I'm buying it because I know that man, his stuff is quality, well made. Let me put it like that. I bought a pair of slides. These ain't nothing but some little leather slides with a little bit of stuff on the vamp. That's all. I don't even know why I bought blue shoes, but I bought some blue shoes. Okay. It be like that. You just do stuff. Then I found a little sweater. This is just a plain old sweater with a kind of like a winter motif on it. The thing that I liked was I liked the neckline on it. Right there. This is Alfred Dunner. And I don't know if there's a tag, an original tag on it. Yeah, it is. This one was $70. And I paid half of that price right there. So $8. I think that's all. And the thing that, one little, and I bought this one little gray. I am a gray fanatic. So this is just a gray little, it's just a gray little sweater thing that I will be putting a turtleneck under. This is Karen Scott is the brand. I don't know if it's a tag on it for what the original price was. It might say down here. The original price was $44 and I paid half of that on it. Nothing wrong with it, just shopping. Okay, what brought me over here to the produce place? And look at me, I look like I'm getting ready to go do laundry, y'all. I got these clothes stacked all up in my front of me. I came over here to get chow chow. This is what we eat with our beans. And I will be slicing up some tomatoes. I'm going 100% plus another 100% country. So chow chow, beans, cornbread, sliced tomatoes, and onions. We got us a meal. And me and Pierre probably gonna look at some kind of movie. I just don't want to be looking at no science. I don't want to be, science. Pierre got a taste for. Sometimes I have to talk to him and get him down off the wall. Is what I'm saying. I don't want to be looking at no people hopping off buildings, fluoride stuff coming out of the floor and all that. I don't look at stuff like that. And I'm gonna have to go ahead and have a talk with him before we start movie picking. The other thing is I'm gonna put my tree up today. I might show y'all my tree. I think I showed y'all my tree before, but I hope Blanta ain't died on the vine. Blanta is Black Santa. I have he's been with me forever. I had to put some melanin on him. He wasn't brown when I got him. But yeah. And he is a hot mess. The look that he got. It ain't one that you would wish on your enemy. But he do perch himself on top. Well, I perch him on top of the tree annually. And he looks out for the tree. Because Ink and Ani are ever present and they are there to destroy. They seek, you talking about an enemy in the world that seeks to destroy, kill, steal, and destroy. Ink Nim is on a mission to kill, steal, and destroy the Christmas tree. They done calmed down just very little since they done got older. Because they 9 years old now, so they not doing too much. But them, now they done focused their sight on the last few years has been on the tree skirt. They just want to tear it up. And I'm going to tear them up if they tear my tree skirt up. I don't mean that. I'm not going to literally tear them up because that means we'll have to have a vet bill. And I'm not trying to have that. But I'm just saying I'll talk rough to them at minimum. But I'll probably show y'all my tree. Don't be looking for me to be putting on no festive. Although my mother did buy me a Christmas festive evening loungewear. She tells me I'm her last bird. I'm not the last bird. Bubby's here, but Bubby wouldn't be considered to be a bird because he's a boy. So she done bought me this little red velour Santa. Well, I should say Miss Claus-ish looking ensemble. And I'm going to have to put it on and take a picture in it. But I just want to come in here and talk to y'all. I'm getting ready to put my seatbelt on and take myself home before these people call the police and tell them I'm loitering out here. And I don't have no defense because I got all these clothes and shoes in here. And they'll think that I'm either getting ready to set up a shop out here or I'm without a place to lay my head. And neither one of those are true. But I'm getting ready to go home. I hope everybody is having a good Saturday. It is cold and wet. And it is a good day to be at the house. And therefore, that is where I'm going. And I just want to tell y'all,